Hey guys, I don't know what was happening with the service. The service was poor. Then I tried to click around and check some things and the sound went off and whatevs. Let's wrap it up though. Let's make sure that everyone's question is answered. So let me go back to what we were talking about. Yes, having your ish together. So someone asked, the gentleman I'm dating is 23. He doesn't have his ish together. How long is too long to wait? It depends on what the ish is. I don't know what your expectations are. I don't have expectations of a 23-year-old other than that they can maintain their hygiene and that they potentially finish school or whatever kind of studies they were doing and are beginning to build their career. When I'm an ambitious person, and when I was 23, I was still living at home. I did have a car and I just started teaching. I mean, I don't know what you mean by having your ish together. It all depends on whatever your standards or expectations are. I know you're also 23, so maybe you're doing amazing, but just because you're doing amazing doesn't mean that is what's normal. So it all depends on what you define as having your ish together. Someone in the comments before we restarted the live asked, what about 30 or 34? Again, it depends on your standard of ish. So for someone in the United States of America at 30 or 34, I would have an expectation that they live alone. I would have an expectation that they have a car, unless they live in New York, where in New York City having a car is not indicative of any kind of stability. I would have an expectation at 30 or 34, you are well established in your career. So again, it depends on what your standards are of having ish together, and then you can decide whether or not it's reasonable or unreasonable. And using yourself as a measure, I get, but you also have to think about what kind of leg ups did you potentially have, which is why you are in the position that you are in. Did you have a leg up in regards to your parents paying your tuition where someone else had to work through school in order for them to complete it? Did you get a leg up where a parent passed you a car? Like, we do have to take those things into consideration, okay? Should I leave if we aren't equally yoked? I'm not rich, but better off than him. Should I leave if we aren't equally yoked? I'm not rich, but better off than him. Why are you better off? Are you better off because your family left you money? Are you better off because you're working hard and he's a bum? I think that makes a difference. Empress, you have to answer that question because you live in Chicago. Is it normal for people who have money to not have a car? In New York, it is normal for people to not, I'm talking about people who make over 100, 150, 200, just because of our system. Like, it's normal for people. Our former mayor was a billionaire and did not own a car, and he took the train to work to City Hall every single day. Billionaire mayor. So that's why you tell me, you're in Chicago, right? I assume. But if you're in the city and if it's normal for people to be comfortable, well-off professionals and to not have a car, then that's how you make that determination. Okay? So again, should I leave if we're not equally yoked? I'm not rich, but I'm better off than him. Why? Is it because he's a bum and you're working hard? Is it because you inherited money? So you have to decide for yourself. If you think that he's a bum who doesn't have drive, who doesn't want more for himself, who isn't pushing to establish himself and to have those creature comforts and you desire, then you're not a good match. You're absolutely right. You're not a good match. If we're talking about he's working, he's getting up there, but you're ahead of him for whatever reason, that's a different story. Okay? And I think that's it. Someone tried to sneak in with an extra question. With a question. And I don't allow that. We have to be even Stevens. All right, beautiful people. So, what are your next steps? How can you work with me in order to get the result that you desire? I am still hosting the alignment assignment, the summer edition, right now. It started yesterday. Yes, I'm talking about it right now. So we have the alignment assignment is our 31-day challenge. It started yesterday with your homework, but your homework is due on Thursday, which is tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. We meet in a private Zoom room. I teach the lesson that is at hand. I ask some folks to share out the homework, and then we take Q&A. What do we do in the alignment assignment? It is not only about romance or romantic relationships. I cover 4 areas of your life once a week for 4 weeks. We meet Thursdays at 7 p.m. in Zoom. It is recorded. So for week 1, we cover your non-romantic relationships. Which relationships are in alignment? Which relationships are out of alignment? What is our plan with the ones that are out of alignment and to potentially let go of those so that we can live a life that is in alignment. So that is week 1. Week 2, we start talking about you, your external and your internal alignment. Do you look the way you want to look? And are you working on changing that? And let's talk about how you can do so. Do you feel the way that you want to feel? And if not, what are we going to change in order for you to do so? We have to make sure that you are in alignment. Your desires, your intentions are clear, and you're doing the work in order to get there. And then week 4 is when we talk about dating and relationships. How do we get your dating and relationship life in alignment? If you want to start dating, how do you start doing so within alignment? When if you're in a committed relationship, or you're in a relationship and it's not fulfilling you the way that you desire, how do we fix that or get rid of it? Okay, so if you joined late, it is a-okay. You will receive the workbook that has your homework assignment, as well as, which has instructional videos, as well as the link for the Zoom. You will receive it within 24 hours. I say 24 hours to cover myself. In reality, it's like 10 or less. I have some people who purchased last night, 11 p.m. They're about to get it as soon as I'm done with the live. So they're getting it in 16 hours. But nonetheless, it's okay. You can join late. You will get the link for you to join the live sessions Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern, which will be recorded, as well as you will get the workbook for you to do the homework in preparation for our actual session. Guys, I am a certified coach with a master's degree in mental health counseling. You will be working with me for 31 days in the challenge with 4 live sessions that are an hour each. $31 for the session is a joke. It's a joke, it's a joke, it's a joke, okay? So if you have been thinking about working with someone, this is a good start. It's not the same thing as a full-on coaching program, obviously, but this is a good start to get your life in alignment. This is the same challenge as January. So if you went through the January challenge and you executed 100%, then this may not be a good fit for you. But if you fell off, if you didn't do one of the weeks, if you didn't have the tough conversations that you were tasked to do in week 1, if you didn't put in the work that you outlined, if you didn't do everything that you were supposed to do week to week and took action, then it's still a good idea for you to revisit the challenge. It's $31. It's $1 a day. It's a joke. Okay, but it is the same material. Perhaps there's some people who rejoin because they didn't do it when they were supposed to. Which, side note, is a part of the problem of having affordable coaching, is that people don't do when they're supposed to do it when it's super cheap, because what's the loss? I'm paying $1,000 a month to go to my coach, my fitness coach, my personal trainer. I'm there early and often. I ain't playing, right? When you invest, you show up. But that's unrelated. If I purchase August, do we still get access to you forever, or just in August? You get access to the recordings forever. You get access to the recordings forever. You'd have to be a part of my 6-month coaching program to get access to me for 6 months. But you will get access, and that's 24/7 unlimited access via text message if you're a part of my coaching program. If you are in the challenge, you will have access to the recordings for life. Yes. All right. So again, all you have to do is click the link in my bio to join the challenge. You're only a day late. You still have today and tomorrow to do the homework that's due for our live session. That's tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. All right, beautiful people, I am going to run. For those who are part of the challenge, I will see you with your homework done, through page 8 with your homework done. I will see you tomorrow in Zoom. If you joined the challenge after last night, I'm going to send you the link and the workbook now. I'm also going to send you an additional instructional video so that you know exactly what to do, but you're doing homework through page 8 in our 40-page workbook. Let me grab the workbook so y'all can see. I'd recommend printing it out. You don't have to, but they're lines. It's a workbook for you to fill out. So this is your workbook. You're going to print it out, and you're going to fill out everything through page 8. All right, beautiful people, I will see you on Thursday, tomorrow, if you're in the challenge. If not, I will see you on next Wednesday. All right, folks, have a good one.